Okay, this is M5 Volume 4 again. Sequential situations and simultaneous views. The segment is for March of 2009.
While watching a science fiction film with someone, he commented on the actions of the characters while engaging sequential path values. Shouldn't they be acting this or that way, like we Earthers do? Something to remember when viewing sci-fi taking place on alien planets is that all of these aliens are on the sequential path. Keep in mind all of the segments, written in N5 about sequentials, up to and including their technological tier versus the simultaneous path spiritually advanced tier of development, when watching media about aliens and their business. Sequentials have very different structures of morals and species interactions than simultaneous pathers of the same relative state of advancement. Hence the, why do they act like that, comments are the far more common method of imposing simultaneous path traits on sequential aliens. The latter is in the majority. The movie in question, used for this segment, is the Star Wars The Phantom Menace. Here, you have Anakin Skywalker, being barely more than a toddler, building robots and racing cars. This is very valid as sequentials keep their past life memories. Another instance in this film trilogy is when the toddler, baby Vader, gets a decade plus older and his future wife, Amidala, remains the same age and physical appearance. I've heard comments about how much older she should be with gray hair and crow's feet. Those types of comments come from judging a sequential path alien according to a simultaneous path Earther. It is invalid. The remaking of the Battlestar Galactica series had females acting like males, warriors. This is far more visible than in the original series that had one female character say, "I'm a warrior," then run with wrists flapping down that hall and squealing like a little girl, anything but a sequential female warrior. The remake is much closer to sequential reality. Sequentials also have different values. Remember, no advanced spirituality than we do as simultaneous advanced incarnations. And never forget that, no matter what their apparent age, they have their total game memories including all talents, hence the child progenies that most Earther simultaneous seem to be so fascinated with. One item to add to this is that sequentials develop their talents much slower than those on the simultaneous path. Your higher self has all those details. Those, for whom M5 is written, should be able to discern what is happening. Many of the sci-fi screenplays are directly inspired by aliens, who have admitted doing so with a few well-known creators of sci-fi realities. We indeed are gaining insight into alien worlds and events. The why of it is to use technology to attempt to get former sequentials to return to the ways they used to be. I have written about this attempt in earlier segments. The sequentials are counting on mass distribution of tales of the home worlds to stimulate spiritual nostalgia and a desire to return to them. They refuse to come to terms, again, that once one is on the simultaneous path, a higher self is neither able to return nor, and far more importantly, desires to return. The sequentials are severely hung up on body ID. Those, for whom M5 is written, are waiting for graduation to leave that body ID behind and process the astounding array of experiences from the game. Try to keep these things in mind and always trust in your higher self.